Alright, in this video we're going to talk about the rectangular coordinate system because there's a ton of graphing in your pre-calculus study. This is just going to kind of get us oriented to how a coordinate system graph system works. And you probably are familiar with this from your earlier algebra courses that you've already taken. So this is just a review of the rectangular coordinate system. All right, what you see here in the picture, you have a rectangular coordinate system. This is called the coordinate plane. And the coordinate plane is made of different locations of numbers. You have two axes. You have an x-axis, that's this horizontal axis here that I'm pointing out to you, horizontal axis. And then you have a vertical axis called the y-axis. It's labeled also. The point where the axes cross each other is at this place right here. And I'll label that. That's called the origin. Now, all of the points that you can plot in a coordinate system like this correspond to what we call an ordered pair. You have to have an ordered pair, x and y, in order to plot a point in the coordinate plane. So the origin has the ordered pair 0, 0. Your x value is 0, your y value is 0. When you're plotting a point, you always want to start at the origin to kind of get your bearings and know which direction you're going to move. If your x coordinate is positive, I would move to the right. If my x coordinate is negative, I would move to the left. If I have a y coordinate that's positive, I'd move up. Negative, I would move down. So if I were going to plot the point, for example, we'll say 4, -3. Starting at the origin, and you can just watch the bouncing ball here, starting at the origin, positive 4 on the x, so I would go 4 over to the right, and then -3, so that second number represents your y value, so you're going to go down because it's negative. -3, so the point 4, -3 would be right there. Let's do another one. If I was going to plot the point 0, 6. Now the fact that I have a 0 in the x position means I'm not going to go to the right or the left at all. So we're going to start at 0 at the origin. And so I have a 6 on the y, so I'll go up, +6 on the y-axis and make the point. That's called plotting the point. Try another one. Let's say I wanted to have a -5, 4. So since the first number is your x and it's negative, we're going to go to the left 5 and then up 4. So there's the point -5, 4. Now you might have also noticed that in the coordinate plane here you can plot our points, but you have these Roman numerals numbering each section. It's like the coordinate plane has been divided into fourths. These 4 sections are called quadrants. I'll write that word for you, the 4 quadrants. Those of you who are going on to trigonometry and calculus courses, you will need to know with the 4 quadrants very well. So quadrant 1, all your points in quadrant 1 will have positive x's and y's. In quadrant 2, you'll have negative x values but positive y values. In quadrant 3, you have both negative x and negative y values. Oops. And in quadrant 4, you'll have a positive x but a negative y. Now, if I ask you what quadrant a point lies in, obviously you can tell the point 4, -3 lies in quadrant 4. The point -5, 4, of course, lies in quadrant 2. But look at the point 0, 6. 0, 6 is not in a quadrant. It's on an axis. It's actually on the y-axis. So you could not say that it lies inside a quadrant. So we would say no quadrant, but it does lie on the y-axis. Okay? So that's just kind of a refresher of how you use the